This is now the Geek Power Squad, and this is an introduction to an interview we did with the people who did Running on the Leaves. They're really awesome. I really would like to thank them for giving us this interview. They're really cool. I wasn't expecting so many people, but it was awesome that there was so many people. It made for a fun interview. I would like to apologize to some of the people on this side because the first 10 minutes are okay, but for some reason Adobe Premiere keeps crapping them out. It's some weird ratio thing going on that my brother knows about and all this stuff. But anyway, yes, apologize to them and really sorry. But you guys are in the first 10 minutes of the video, which is really cool. I just like to say thank you for letting us interview you guys. You guys are really cool, and it was really awesome and fun getting to interview you guys. And there was some stuff we did cut out because we found it a little too personal. We felt like we didn't have the right to put it in there. But can't remember her name. She played Nurse Blackheart from from My Little Pony. She was really awesome. I loved her story. She thought it was sad, but it was really touching to me. And thank you for sharing it. We did cut. When I say we cut some of the stuff out, we cut some of the stuff out of a little part out that we felt was too personal and that we didn't have a right to put in. But there is most of the story there, and we thank you for sharing that with us. And thank you very much. You guys were really awesome. Thank you. Hi, this is Neil with Geek Power Squad, and I'm here at Running of the Leaves, and we're going to be interviewing the staff, which is a bunch of people as a group, which I never expected. But we're here, and I would like to ask them to introduce themselves.
I guess I'll start then. My name is Genius. I am the guest coordinator. I invited a number of the VIPs to attend this event, and I think it went pretty well.
My name is Kat McAvoy. I'm the registration area head. I basically set registration and made sure it was running smoothly.
My name is Nathan McGuffin. I was helping Joy when I can and helped Kat whenever else I could.
Hi, I'm Osiris. I'm a volunteer coordinator and art director.
Brady Howard. I'm running event coordination.
I'm Aaron, and I'm the wizard.
I'm Cody, and I'm currently the executive producer.
Alright, I guess I'll go. I'm Matt. I'm the one that was doing all the errands, running around, going to the stores, getting the stuff that they needed.
I'm Ryan, or Radar. I was the music director and the vice chair.
I'm Colton, and I was in charge of the vendor hall.
I'm Brains. I'm head of Luna's Angels, and I ran VIP safety and services.
I'm Kat, also known as Nurse Blackheart, and I was in charge of the watch team.
No, I'm Joey. I'm the director of all of these people. My job is to make sure these people are doing their job.
Question 1. How did you all guys get into the My Little Pony fandom?
Who do you want to start?
That's an interesting one.
Because my answer is kind of sad. The only word I've got for you is internet.
I went to like my high school anime club, and this was after graduation. So I still was going to see my old friends, making sure that they were cool, and two of them decided that they would totally like mess with me and made me like sit with them and watch a few episodes. Then then I went to WasabiCon that year. It was 2011, I think, and I was still wrestling with was I a brony or not. I was starting to like the episodes, and over the summer I started to watch more. And I got a Colorado Bronies card, and I made an account like a month later. And then I didn't do anything on Colorado Bronies for several months, and then finally in about August, September, around fall, I'm just like, I guess I'll just stop denying it. And I finally got on the forums and started talking to people and had a really good time. And that's where I met like most of the original staff that started this. And then we decided to make a convention.
How do you use up all the time?
I guess I'll go. I I was hanging out with one of my friends for a few days, and originally I refused to watch the show. He managed to convince me to at least watch 2 episodes. I thought it was absolutely adorable and could not stop watching it. Refused to call myself a brony for 2 weeks, and finally went, okay, oh well, I'm a brony.
I'll go next. I was in college, September 2011, and my then roommate and I were kind of internet troll, kind of did whatever internet trolls do, and he came home one day to the dorm that we were in, and said that, like, dude, you gotta watch this cartoon. Like, what cartoon? And he's like, My Little Pony. It's actually really cool. We'd known about it for a while, and we'd like, kind of ignored it. Figured it was just a fad, it'd go away pretty quick. And he watched it, and he was hooked. And he spent the next 3 weeks convincing me to watch the first episode. And eventually I'm like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. And the next thing I knew, I had watched half of season 1.
For me, it was, I couldn't sleep because it was the night before my grandfather's funeral. So I find this thing online. So I find that guys are watching My Little Pony now, apparently. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this is weird, but there's got to be something to this. So I decided, okay, well, at least it'll at least be happy, maybe take my mind off stuff. 13 episodes later, I'm struggling to stay awake because I don't want to stop watching. Yep.
I'm really glad that I'm not the only one with a kind of sad story on how I got into this. Clearly am. My story, about 2.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with uterine cancer. This was 4 surgeries in the course of a year and almost a full year of mandatory bed rest. Through that time, I was horribly ill. I could barely function. I had to drop out of school. And so I spent a lot of time on the internet, a lot of time on my laptop, and just started finding pictures and eventually kind of started watching the show, got my best friend into the show. When I got back into school, I met a lot of people that are actually on my Lunar Guard team, and, you know, it helped me drag myself out of depression, and it did, honestly, I think it helped me fight off the cancer.
I think she has the most awesome story.
I think it's horrible, like, I feel like it's so depressing.
Okay, next question. During last night's panel, somebody was telling a story with you about something about Khan's story. Would you mind repeating that story?
How all this got started?
Oh boy.
Damn.
Oh boy.
So it's a dark and stormy night.
Our story started in a hole, but not just any hole. This was a hobbit. No, I'm sorry.
This was his roommate's apartment.
Yeah, this was my roommate's apartment. That's the hole it was in. It was pretty bad. No, it wasn't actually that bad. It was pretty nice. No, this actually all started at another event. But, anyway, we actually, I guess technically it started at a buffet, didn't it?
Yeah.
See, we had some friends that were sitting around joking that this was a good idea, and apparently I'm really bad at knowing when it's a joke when I think something's a good idea. Because they're like, yeah, we're joking, and I'm like, cool, let's do it!
I can confirm the story.
Yes, the raisins and eggnog, but we'll get to that later. But yeah, I was like, cool, let's do it, because, you know, everybody was joking. Well, apparently I wasn't. See, the next thing they know, I'm calling them 3 weeks later saying, hey guys, I've been discussing this with a venue. Do you still want to do this? Because I'm like halfway done.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
We were halfway done with getting a venue. That's the hard part, actually. I mean, that's the easy part, actually. I really wish we were actually half. Anyway, what happened with that particular, because we were actually trying to do an event by a different name, you know, 6 months before we were trying to do this particular event. And another group came in, and they basically told us that they had the funding and they had all their ducks in a row. They lied. I'm not going to tell you the name of the group because, well, it's bad PR. Anyway, they told us they had all their ducks in a row, and so we went and we tried to get them. I actually got a few of these guys because you know, they all believed the same story. Like you and I. But yeah, we all believed the same story for a little while until, you know, nothing happened, literally. Like, they didn't even have a venue after 3 months of planning. A venue takes like a week to get. So, I was kind of like, okay, this isn't a thing. This is a lie.
Back to work.
And then you know, I was like, okay, well, if they're not doing it, and we kind of already promised that it would happen, so we started running the leads. Literally 6 months ago, is when we decided we were going to do this. And we went from hotel to hotel, looking for a hotel that would take us a first-year event after a fiasco that happened in Vegas. I'm not going to tell you the name because, again, bad PR. Anyway, it was a fiasco that happened in Vegas I'm sure you know about. So, trust me, hotels know about stuff like that. Like, they talk to each other. We actually went to several hotels. We even tried the one across the street, again, whose name I won't tell you, but we tried the one across the street, and they're like, we want $40,000 in catering if you want to come here. And I'm like, who eats this much? And where do you think I'm going to get $40,000 from? I can't get that many registrants. But then we came here on a whim. We talked to the event manager, you know, the sales manager, and she was like super gung-ho about us coming and doing this. Like, she was like, oh, you want to do this? Let us get you a contract. It was certainly a fast contract deal. I mean, we got that quick.
As I remember, it was a contract and 3 Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, it was a contract and multiple things of candy. I mean, they gave us candy bars. They were really cool with us, and they have been so cool with us.
Hotel for being so awesome.
Yeah, we'd like to thank the Ramada Plaza on 120 and I-25. Here's some shameless advertisement.
Give me 5.
Anyway, we actually had quite a few hotels we went to. We actually spoke with a very nice lady at a different hotel, which, again, I won't tell you.
And setting up some of the groundwork.
Yeah, I was going to be like, she even helped us when we weren't working with her.
Because she had been experienced with
She helped us with
starting
contract
conventions before and with contract negotiations, and she was a lot of help in coaching us in what to look for and what to ask, and one thing led to another. We just took what we thought would be like the next step, what needed to be done. What they asked us for information, we got the information, and they asked for more information, and then we started needing more people on deck in order to make this
anyway, the hotel's been real good to us.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to make that a very key point. So, what happened after that? We realized that we only had 3 people on staff. Best staff ever! No, we had to get we had to get this group together because we did that. But it was worth all the headaches, I hope.
The question was again, at what point did the lunar guard get involved?
As I said, I'm not 100% sure how we got involved. I know it was through what is the word I'm looking for here? An ex-event planner that we had all mutually worked with. Other than that, as I said, I just kind of get the call and come when I'm told.
Which I have to mention, if you guys want to check out the lunar guard, the link will be below in the description. Okay, one more thing. What was your guys' favorite moment?
It happened!
I got one.
Success!
Why?
Find the above.
I
love the previous ones.
I think for me it was when we were in karaoke night and the song Raise This Barn came up, which is a song about a big family basically coming together and fixing a big mess and creating something awesome and better than they thought it could be. Because I was just sitting there like thinking about this, like there weren't that many people working on this, and then like every time we had a problem, someone stepped up and volunteered to help. I mean, even the karaoke machine was someone else's like bass cannon.
Dude,
that thing was cool.
It was
awesome.
Yeah, like we had an actual.
It basically just made me love this community.
And
and you're pointing at me. My favorite moment was personally when Portal to Equestria had randomly opened up, and I believe it was a luncheon area. Was anybody there to see that?
No.
Yeah, I got that. I've got a video.
Yeah, we'll be sharing that soon.
I have a great moment. I performed a wedding at the con. I had a friend who is familiar with writing what's fan fictions in the community, and so basically I sent, he had already just been to a wedding, so he basically took the officiation script and quantified it, and then we did that, and that was really cool. It was actually one of your staff was, or Kat's staff was married.
Yeah, our staff member, Heat Shields, was married at this convention to his wonderful, wonderful wife. Like, she's amazing. She's been so supportive of all of us. And it's a lot of fun because we got to kind of plan it out, and we had a little changeling attack. And I went out late the night beforehand and bought a veil and a bouquet and made up a nice bouquet for her so that she could have those. She was just going to wear a dress and some nice heels, and you know, I think we made it a lot better for her, especially, I mean, you did an amazing job.
Thank you. I tried.
Now, last question. Who do you think is best pony?
Mr. Wiggles?
Do you want to write in here?
Pinkie Pie.
I think Nurse Blackheart is best pony.
Oh, that's hard to argue.
Ooh, no.
I can't argue with that.
Joey's best pony.
Yeah, we can go.
Yeah, I'm going with Joey's best pony.
Joey!
I still say it's Pinkie Pie.
Get out!
Well, he's not coming back next year.
Fired. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that. Teachers stay. Ryan, please don't go.
Before the lynch mob.
I think the vice chair needs to stay.
Thank you guys very much.
Yes. But we always call them Joe, but that's not the way.
Thank you. This has been Geek Power Squad, and hopefully you enjoyed this video.
Thank you guys.